What up, bitches? Welcome to Southpaw Tales from the Barstool. I am your host, Kat, and there's no banner on the bottom telling you who I am. And this is my hot and funny husband, JD. Say hello, JD.
Hi, I'm the hot and funny husband. Yeah, that's what I do. And boom, there's our names.
We're going to mix things up today, and I'm going to do the sponsors. I'm going to do the drink, and then we're going to field your questions. Bum, bum, bum.
So yeah, tonight is all about you guys and what you want to hear us talk about. We've got some suggestions that y'all already did on Facebook. Kat is going to introduce the drink and tell us what it's all about if you want to get that going, lady.
Shut the fuck up. I'm hosting today.
Well, fucking do it then.
So, it's blue because I thought we had triple sec and we don't. We had blue curacao though, which is orange liqueur, which is what triple sec
Same
is.
thing.
So y'all can suck it. It's from Tatooine or something. I don't know. It's blue. So it's margarita mix, sponsored by not Jose Cuervo, and
Yeah, because they don't pay us.
and we have some Hornitos tequila in there and some blue curacao. So it's blue.
So while she's pouring those out, and because today was Kat worked late, it was our son's first football game of the season this year, which is why I'm still in the supportive dad attire. She pre-made the drinks. We're not making them on the air because we were just running super late today. We apologize for that. So tell us what you're drinking in the comments there. And speaking of comments, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission to see your name, because if it says Facebook user, what do we say, Kat?
Fuck you. We're not even bringing up your shit.
So yeah, let's see what this blue margarita tastes like.
Come on, that's good. You don't even drink margaritas. You got to admit that's good.
That's pretty good. I don't know how, but when you added salt to it, it actually made it sweeter.
Oh, I also put dehydrated lime on the rim with the salt, so it's like a sweet and salty rim.
Dude,
It's
I
pretty good.
love those True Lime packets.
Right?
If you have not used True Lime or True
Go
Lemon,
get some freaking True Lime.
go get them. They're in like the sugar section of
It is
of your
like
local grocer.
crystallized, dehydrated lime. It is actual lime, and for each packet, it's like a wedge of lime. So you can put it in your pocket and take it to the bar or whatever if you like lime and with your beer. So I do it all the time. I'll be honest, because that or pickle salt.
And you might
Yes,
notice
I use pickle salt in my beer.
we got a little banner in the back there, thanks to a local print shop that I can't remember their name right now. So I will.
They
totally
didn't give it to us.
They
For
didn't
free.
give it
We
to us
had
for free,
pay
but
for
they
it,
just
they did a good job.
They did a really good job. I apologize for the glare. I had it setting up. I set it up really late, so we'll deal with that next time.
No one cares.
Yeah, I care.
All right, we're gonna get into our sponsors because JD's getting off track again, like he always does.
Yeah, it's all JD's fault.
So this is our top shelf sponsor. It's 5x5 Brewing Company based out of Mission, Texas. They are a battle-born, Texas-made veteran brewing company, co-founded by Army vet George Rice, with beers like the 40 millimeter
40 millimeter or 40 Mike.
Stout, Burnett Bombshell, and the Fubar. It's no surprise this brewery is taking over Texas markets from the valley to the coastal bend, which we've been grabbing them here in Corpus. It's been awesome. Ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 Brewing Company today. So you can look them up at 5x5 Brewing. It's 5x5 Brewing.
5x5, yeah.
Brewing.com, Facebook.com/5x5 Brewing. They have a phone number 956-445-5421 or info at 5x5brewing.com.
And the time sign is X.
It's X.
It's X. It's not the
It's at
app.
the bottom of your screen.
Well, there's
you're
viewers or there's
podcasting.
listeners. So
Yeah, if I say 5x5, I mean 5x5, which is 5x5. We spent way longer explaining that
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
to. Way longer.
that's what we do. We
Way
spend way too long to
longer.
explain simple things. That's how we work. We have to explain it so we understand it, because we're like 3/4 retarded.
Yeah, only 3/4.
I think no, wait, my grandma was
And
retarded, so that
mentally
makes me what,
challenged.
1/8 retarded.
Mentally challenged. You're being totally anti-PC. All right, next, the Legion of Loan Officers, founded by Air Force Security Forces veteran Nick Carpenter. Hey, Nick. Love that beard. Legion of Loan Officers is America's masterminds for smart mortgage professionals, where you learn to attract 10 realtors you love working with. Get your free copy of Nick's book, The Loan Officer Strategy Guide, at loanofficerstrategyguide.com. Just pay a small shipping and handling fee, and his wife will send it out to you. You can also go to facebook.com/Legion of Loan Officers /. Our next one, and I'll take care of that since JD's playing on his phone like a child.
No, I'm getting stuff ready.
Is OMOG Construction. One Mexican, one Wedo Construction. Marine vet Seth Knox and Matt Anders. Got it.
Why was that so difficult?
No. General contractor servicing the greater Houston, Texas area with a focus on concrete. No job too big or too small, from residential to commercial and industrial foundations and pads. OMOG Construction has you covered. So it's at omogco.com, facebook.com/OMOGCO, or Insta OMOGCO.
That's Omako.
Omako. We're gonna make a song out of it.
Omako.
If they become a top shelf sponsor, we will make a song out of it. That's what's gonna happen. All right, next. Sorry, I get off track.
No.
Shut up. This is why he put me in charge of this, people. He's like, maybe she'll get on track finally.
No, it didn't work
No, it did not
at
work.
all.
It like blew up in his face like a girl squirting. Veteran talk show with Ryan Schmeltz, a soldier, an airman, and a Marine walk into a room. Veteran talk show is the punchline. Veteran talk show is more about the veterans on the show than the ones who watch it. An unorthodox version of therapy, they talk about things with each other they've never told anyone else ever, at least until now. Working to support sexual harassment victims, assault prevention, and stopping veteran suicide, they maintain a resources page on the website, including Richard Kaufman's book, A Hero's Journey. Come watch the organized chaos. So that'll be at www.veterantalkshow.com or facebook.com/veteran talk show.
If you haven't gone and listened to it yet or watched it, please do. Even
JD
if
listens to it now
it is
avidly. He
fucking
says
hilarious.
it's freaking hilarious.
it's
I'm concerned
Like
because
side-splitting
I'm not
hilarious.
a veteran that I might not get in it, but from what I hear, I
Well,
think
the-
I would.
the thing is that they actually they
they
break things down to a certain degree to where people that weren't in the service can understand some of the humor and some of the jokes.
Got it.
But there is certain things that they won't get, so it's just, but it's still hilarious.
Yeah. Awesome.
A lot of dick and fart jokes, kind of like us. So it's great stuff.
Oh, well, I live in a house full of dick. I basically live in a frat house, basically, except now I can get them to clean their own underwear. It's a blessing. All right. Last, but definitely not least, is Pirates Coast Realty Group with Wendy Johnson, who we got to meet at our event. What was this past weekend?
Last Saturday, yeah.
So it was very nice to meet her and her husband, Jeff. It was awesome. If you're buying, selling, or leasing in the Texas Coastal Bend, give Wendy the Pirate Girl a call and she will find your treasure. Whether you're looking for your dream home on the beach or a buccaneer to buy your empty crow's nest, Pirates Coast Realty Group gets you the gold. So they're at facebook.com/that pirate girl or that pirate girl 247, which is 24/7 at gmail.com, or you can call her at 361-205-2048. So yeah, I was like, so I met Jeff before I met Wendy. And I was like, so you're the guy who gets the booty, huh? And he goes, I wish. And I was like,
I've been married a
"Oh."
long time.
So
Love it. That was so funny.
so tonight, as you've seen in the header, whatever on the podcast broadcast.
Head drink.
What?
You said head?
Jesus, let me finish a sentence. Tonight is all about your ideas, what you want to hear us talk about. We've already got some suggestions from you guys on Facebook. We're going to discuss those and whatever else y'all bring up in the comments. Just a reminder, please share this so we can get some more people viewing and make it worth our sponsors' while, since they pay us to try to get their name out there. So you're doing not just us a favor, but other small businesses a favor by sharing this shit show. But also go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give it permission to see your name, because otherwise on our end, it just shows up as Facebook user.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take your suggestions. You can go fuck yourself, just like I say every week.
We're totally like, okay, yeah, we're branching out and getting dropped into other podcast sites. But we're not one of those like subscribe. We're not yet.
Oh, we will be.
Maybe we will be eventually. Yeah, I love making fun of people who are like, subscribe so that I know you love me.
Smash that like button. Smash it.
Smash it like I smashed your mom last weekend. Smash it. Smash it.
Yes, Casey, we can see you.
I have salt everywhere. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna see me like like lots of chunky salt all over the place.
Chunky salt? That sounds so horrible for some reason. I think chunky is more offensive than moist.
No freaking way. What do y'all think? Do you think chunky is more offensive than moist? I don't think either is offensive.
Not just like disgusting. Like chunky is such a horrible adjective.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think give me a second. I bet I could think of one that's worse.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the worst. I'm just saying it's a really horrible adjective. The images that it brings to my brain.
Not even that. Curdled. Curdled gives me that connotation where you're like,
curdled.
Nothing good is curdled. I don't care if you eat cottage cheese out of the freaking container. Nothing good is curdled.
So your spirit animal says that he has to go with moist.
He's not my spirit animal. I'm his spirit animal. He's my spirit. I don't know.
Maybe it's symbiotic. I don't know.
Do we have a symbiotic relationship?
So I want to move forward with these. These suggestions that we got on Facebook, because we definitely want you guys to chime in in the chat for this as well, because we're not going to do the unpopular opinion thing.
Thank you, Casey. She said curdle makes me gag. And then Jack says, yeah, he has to go with moist. I'm like, anybody else? No. No yums, no delicious, no.
Dolfo says he can't stand panties.
The word panties, or you just
I
don't
can't
like
stand panties either. Take them off now.
I knew that.
Get rid of those panties.
Those are filthy. You should never wear those again, ever. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant the word panties. You don't like the word panties? I don't know. That's so weird.
Those panties are horrible. Take them off. So moving forward, the first suggestion we got on Facebook this week, as far as something to discuss, is pissing in the pool. Yes or no?
Yeah.
As long as it's not my pool.
Have I peed in a pool? Yes. If I'm drinking, if I'm pissing in your pool, probably. Okay.
I don't pee in our neighbor's pool behind us over there.
No.
I actually get out to pee because they rented a porta shitter for their party. So you gotta go out, get out and pee there versus their pool. They went the extra mile to make sure you didn't pee in their pool. Now the public pool, on the other hand, no fucking rules there.
Look, someone dropped a deuce in our public pool.
Oh,
I'll be honest.
God.
And it was huge. I saw it in the skimmer. It weighed it down. This thing was like, whoa, like someone dropped an eclair down there or something. It was disgusting. It was like a Pringles can big. It was so big. And then he brings it up and there was like 2 pieces. 2. And then he goes, there's more down there. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And we were swimming in the pool for a long time before they realized there was a deuce down there.
I just want to know how. I mean, this is a public pool. It's like not quite as big as an Olympic pool, but it's pretty damn
big.
Close.
Yeah.
And there's, especially during summertime, there is a ton of people in there all the time.
All the time.
There's no corners to hide behind. There's no grotto.
You would have to pull your chonies, your bathing suit bottoms or trunks. Well, actually, you can't even pull the trunks to the side to do that. You literally have to drop trunk trowel.
Yeah.
Shit.
How you poop that big in a pool.
And it was in the deep end. That means someone like waited, dropped their trowels or pulled them to the side, shat, put them back, and then just swim up.
So yeah, they ended up having to close our neighborhood pool. And this isn't just like a city pool that's just free for anybody.
No,
like we have to pay our.
This is an HOA pool. You have to pay, and then you have to pay to use it. You pay your HOA fees, they control it, then you have to pay to use it.
Yeah, we have to pay our annual membership for the pool on top of our HOA.
Look,
so
these people paid a lot to shit in a pool. I'm just saying, like they did. Like it's impressive.
And of course, all I could think of was Caddyshack, where they're like, "It's Tootie." me.
So, okay, we're confessing here, so you better believe I expect y'all to answer.
Yeah,
if y'all
nobody else
piss
has
in a
answered,
pool.
y'all sons of bitches.
All right, Jax, what do you say? I believe peeing in someone's pool without permission is a party foul for show.
Yeah,
Look.
if it's a private pool, yeah.
If you have to ask, are y'all really that good of friends?
It's like going in their fridge. If you really have to ask.
Look, okay. You think that's bad? This is my favorite story about JD's mom, and I'm totally bringing it up, and I hope she's watching. Every year, New Year's comes around, and she's like, to a new year and the same New Year's resolution to not shit in my front yard again.
No, in her neighbor's yard.
No, she said my front yard again. That means and she does it every year, which means every year she's shitting in her front yard. I love it.
That's my mom. And
It's
just
awesome.
hearing that one story about her should explain so much about
Yeah,
me.
because she lives out in the country now. She lived in town for 20 plus years. So I'm like,
She lived in town her entire life
and if
until
she's shitting in her neighbor's yard, that's really
15,
funny.
20 years
Like,
ago.
Sam, some damn dog dropped a deuce in my yard, and she's like,
Since when did dogs start wiping their ass? And that dog was it like had the good roll around, not the wad.
I'm like, and they gave it corn? Who feeds their dog corn?
Oh, that's a good question for y'all. Okay, when you're wiping your asses,
Oh,
do you do the fold over with the toilet paper, or do you just do the wad where it's just like an amoeba of paper that you shove in your culo?
If I can wrap it around my hand, that's the go. It's the go.
Yeah, you got to do the wrap around, or at least make it nice and.
So, whoopsies. Casey said hard no on peeing. Oh my God. Stop. Hard no on peeing in the pool. I won't pee in your pool, sweetheart. If you get a pool, I won't pee in it. Your river? Damn right. I'll even flush by rocking my tube back and forth.
So let's see. Gene says he does the fold over. So good on you, Gene.
Good on you, Gene. Oh, fold faux show for Casey. Thank you.
And let's see.
Let's see. Yeah. What? Okay, so Frank said, yes, that's why public pools use so much chlorine. Help them earn that paycheck. Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Then let's see. Dolfo says he folds or wraps it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the fold if it's like thin, like if you go for the
Yeah.
and it just ends up tearing at the perforations or even before the perforations.
My question is like the waters that are out there. If you're listening, you haven't answered yet, and you're a water. Do you like get in touch with your inner child more frequently? Do you get like brown fingertips? Like, does it come unraveled?
Well,
Because I get a
Masterson,
nice tight like wrap.
Masterson brought that up right now. He uses one sheet, and I've heard about this where you get one sheet and you poke your hole right through the center of it. So there's like an imaginary square around my finger right now, and then you use your finger to right through your culo hole, and then you take the paper and you pull it all right off.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously. Like, I don't believe in reporting people for what they do in their own home, but you need counseling or something. What the fuck? I really hope you're not talking about
that's worse than meth.
Oh my gosh. Woo! So Frank says fold every time. Jack says Alabama wet wipe.
I don't know what an Alabama wet wipe is.
Is it just like a thing of wet wipes? Like, I totally get the thing of wet wipes if you got a stinky butt and you gotta clean that stuff up, but
I don't know. I would. That's just Alabama wet wipe. I'm gonna have to Urban Dictionary that later on.
I know. Do I want to know? Oh no!
Or somebody that's watching.
I'm Googling it. Here we go. Why? Because we're live and this is going to be awful. And we have a rule when we play a game that if you have to Google something, you have to look up images. I'm going to adhere to that because it is a house rule.
Yeah, especially the rule started with Cards Against Humanity. So if you didn't know what something was and you had to Google it so you knew which card to lay at what time, you had to look at the images and the amount of like horrible.
Urban Dictionary says an Alabama wet wipe is a wad of toilet paper that you have spit onto in attempt to cleanse intimate areas after using the restroom.
Oh my God. I speechless.
So you literally like spit on the the paper and wipe your ass, Jax.
Oh, there you go.
You're my spirit animal. Okay.
Casey looked it up and copied and pasted it into the chat. So here y'all can see it on the screen right there.
You know what? That's why you watch this show, because you
We-
learn new things every damn
We
day.
tackle the subjects and the topics that other people are too scared.
We said we would not bring up politics, but we're going to bring it up on this show. I don't know if I'm ever going to Alabama wet wipe.
Yeah, that's
What about you?
moving on.
Spit on the toilet paper so you got your spit and your shit all mixed onto.
No, not gonna happen.
You're just giving everybody your DNA, Jax. Everybody, everybody your DNA.
Let's see here. Let's do the
Oh my.
let's do the next one here. Let's see. Here, blah, 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 blah. Let me read this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Ray Benson brought up Jeep jokes, and I'll explain what a Jeep joke is. It's something universal. It's just that's what we called them in the Air Force. Jeep joke is basically the jokes that you play on the new naive people at your workplaces.
Got it.
For example,
Hazing.
No, we never hazed.
Shut up.
So one of the Jeep jokes we did.
Jopes.
Yep, jokes.
Jeep joke.
One of the things we did is I was stationed at Lackland outside of San Antonio, and from Lackland you had the Annex, which is another base but smaller. That's just under the same command. There's a bunch of gigantic satellite dishes there. You can't see them from the road; they're all surrounded. But we would have to go and secure those, check them, make sure that nobody's fucking with them, and we would tell the new guys that at exactly midnight, you needed to go out there and push the red button on the side of it so that it can reposition the satellite dish for whatever satellite is moving over San Antonio at midnight. So we got tons of people, and the response was always the same as far as I can't. You just hear them panicking over the radio. I can't find the button. I can't find the button. Just freaking out, thinking that they're going to get in trouble. And after, I guess I was there for like a year, there was this guy that showed up, and we all thought that he was brand new, but apparently he was just the second, or he was the same rank more than once. And so we used the stripes on his shoulders to guess how long he'd been in, and we were wrong. So he knew what Jeep jokes were. He knew what we were doing, and
Jeep, just educated enough to piss.
Yep. Well, this guy, we sent him out to do the satellite check, and him knowing what we were doing, gets over the radio and says, "Hey, I pushed the red button and now this thing is spinning out of control and I can't get it to stop." Well, we're not supposed to touch the fucking satellite dishes. We just sent people there just to fuck with them. So you hear it over the net that this thing is spinning out of control and it's technically our fault. So you see squad cars and security cars with full lights and sirens going, coming from every direction. And we pull up and he's sitting with his back against the base of the satellite, smoking a cigarette, just waiting for everybody to show up. Kind of just like a fuck you guys. But that is an example of a Jeep joke, is just screwing with the new guy.
Awesome.
What kind of Jeep joke do you have, Kat?
Screwing with the new guy stories. Like trying to think. I mean, I don't know. I work at a hospital. It's not like we have time for all of that. But I mean, there's definitely, I don't know. See, now you put me on the spot.
Here, you think of them. I'm going to go through some of these comments here.
Thank you. Because I'm like, damn, I'm clever. I'm not
so,
that quick.
Patrick says, go grab a yard of Flightline. Flightline is where the planes land and take off. But you tell them that we need a yard of Flightline and they go look for it. Let's see. Casey talks about they got her with the ID10T form, which if you put it out, it spells idiot.
Oh.
ID10T, it's idiot.
Oh, wah, wah. You're still beautiful. It's all that matters.
Yep. Gene talks about, I was going to bring this one up, sending them to the hospital for fallopian tubes for their first aid kits.
And that's the thing. I brought it up last time when you were talking about fallopian tubes, and I kept saying phalanges. That's because that's the joke we used for years at the hospital. Was you get a new respiratory therapist or nurse, and you send them down the ER looking for phalanges. Phalanges are finger bones. So you send them to the emergency room to ask they call you and they're like, they don't know what they don't have any phalanges, and they keep laughing. Like, ask the ER doc. He knows where the phalanges are. So we would tell them to go get phalanges.
See, we would screw with people and tell them that whenever it was around an equinox. Like, okay, we need to go change out the winter air for summer air in the tires.
Shut up.
So go out there and go ahead and start just deflating all the tires so we can get the right air for the right temperatures in there. So you see some dumbass out there holding the valve stem
No.
and just and then of course the chief would come out
my
like, what
God.
the fuck are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Rich says that at the firehouse they would tell the probies to check the blinker fluid.
Yeah.
I've
I've got one that was played against me as a rookie. So I was a student, honest to goodness, very green. It was like first week of clinicals. And my orientator was a prankster. And I didn't know that because it was the first time I'd ever met him. And he said, yeah, I need you to go check the oxygen on the patient in room 3 in this ICU. Okay. So I go in there and it's not reading. Like, it's just not reading. And I'm like, what is going on? So I feel his pulse. He doesn't have a pulse. And he's like freaking cold. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, went out there, code blue, like freaking the fuck out. He's like, he's dead. He's been dead for 4 hours. I'm like, you motherfucker. I was like, you suck. I'm like listening, like no breath sounds, like freaking out. I am a student. Scared the shit out of me.
Speaking of hospitals, when I was stationed at Lackland in San Antonio, they have Wilford Hall, which was at the time one of the largest hospitals in San Antonio. It was also the trauma center for the south part of the county. So
Which one?
Wilford Hall.
Oh, yes.
So that's where all the gangbangers would go when they were shot, stabbed, whatever.
Awesome.
Many crazy events happened there. So because it was a trauma center and because there were so many legal issues there, they always had 2 security police members there to start reports and wait for SAPD or Bexar County or whomever's jurisdiction it was. Like, we were there to start everything. So we were always at the hospital. Whenever a new person was getting oriented in the hospital, and I worked mid, so it's already sketchy and scary. There's just certain hallways that just freak you the fuck out. But we also had to check the morgue, because there's formaldehyde and shit there, so people like to smoke that because they're fucking weird. So we have to check on that stuff.
Seriously?
Well, the morgue is also where they have the giant wall of body coolers. So anytime we had a new person there, somebody would go and hide in the body cooler with the door cracked open just enough to be able to hear when somebody was walking in, and you'd have them do just some mundane checks in the room or something. And as soon as you hear them get close enough, you put your arms on it's not solid walls inside, but there's little rails where you grab and just shoot yourself out of the door. The door slings open and you fly out of the body cooler and just scare that shit out. When it happened to me, I'm not gonna lie. When it happened to me, I screamed like a little bitch.
I have a question. Why do they have handles inside if it's for dead people?
It's not handles. It's just like support beams to keep it from falling in on itself.
Like,
but I use it as a handle.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but when I was first taken through, as soon I knew something was up, just because the guy that was setting me up for it did not have a good poker face. So I had my ass baton out, which is like the big collapsible baton. I'm like, all right, come on, motherfuckers. But he jumped out. I still screamed like a bitch. Yeah,
we've got a few, so I'm going to try to get through these. Frank said, go to supply and get the Pen 15 cards.
Yeah, it's a penis card.
Penis card. Masterson says, or in the Marines, we would tell the boots to get the left-handed smoke shifter. Oh my God. All right. You want to read this one?
Gene says, teaching alarm monitors. An alarm monitor is just a guy who watches a screen waiting for alarms to go off in facilities or areas. So teaching alarm monitors to watch for the CDIL, the coffee done indicator light, but never telling them what it was. So they just knew it was a CDIL. That was it.
That's funny. That's good. I should tell my kids that. I saw, and it reminds me, sorry, before we move on to the next one, that reminded me, I watched a video online this week where this guy who works at an office printed out a sign that said voice activated, put it on the coffee machine, and recorded people screaming at the coffee machine. Coffee, start, brew. Like, they're freaking out. They have no idea what to say. So they're yelling at this damn Keurig. And it's like I was dying laughing.
Oh man, I'm gonna
I know you're gonna.
do that.
Lord. Wait until JD goes back to work.
I'm gonna print those out and I'm gonna put the double-sided tape on them and I'm just gonna have a bunch of them. I'm just gonna go to random places go to
Oh man.
coffee or car dealerships and just go to their lobby to slap it on the coffee machine in there and then just walk away, go to like the museum or the Texas State Aquarium and put on the soda machines or
go put it on an elevator like over the buttons, voice activated, and just record people like up,
going down. Going
Elevator.
down.
Elevator. Lobby. All right, read Patrick's.
So let's see. Patrick says, we used to send new guys to the neighboring squadron to sign out the PEPSI tester. He was an F-16 maintenance squadron, the Pepsi tester.
Pepsi.
Let's see here. What does Gene say? Gene says he told his stepson the screens on the airplane seats were voice activated. Gene, and that's why you're a good dad.
That's funny. I love it.
So let's move on to the next subject here, just to kind of, because this one's going to be, I'm actually going to have to ponder this one for just a moment. This one is, and I want everybody that's watching or listening to put in the comments as well for this one. Because we'll obviously probably have a learning moment from it. But what is the best and the worst advice you've ever received? And that one, I'm going to have to take a second.
I've got the best advice.
Okay, what's the best advice?
It was from the Robertson daughter. What's her name? Sadie Robertson, who's now Sadie Robertson Huff. She's married. She said that her grandmother told her, you aren't kind because people are kind to you. You're kind because you're a kind person. And that really resonated with me, that just because other people are a-holes doesn't mean you should be an a-hole. So ever since I've made it a point, even if I'm about to lose my shit and even if my face is giving me away, I'm going to try to be kind because I honestly, truly believe that I'm a kind person. And I'm not being kind because everyone's nice to me. I'm being it because that's who I want to be. And that's who I think I am.
And expanding upon the kind thing, kind does not always mean protecting somebody's feelings. Mm-hmm. Sometimes kindness is saying the hardest thing that you want to say. Because sometimes you have to give somebody a harsh truth. Yeah. And in the long run, it is much more kind than it is.
But I pride myself. See, I don't have to worry about that a lot. Well, a lot. Everyone has to worry about that. Because I think I'm pretty tactful. I put things in a way that they take at, face value, but they don't take it as offense. So I haven't mastered that. You know who has mastered it? My brother-in-law, Isaac. I swear to God, he can tell you anything. And you're like, well, I'll just go fuck myself then. But sure, thanks.
Isaac, man, I want to get him on here just because his ability to tell a story, regardless how mundane it may be,
it's true.
It is so engaging. It
really
is so exciting and it holds you to the edge of your seat.
It really does. And he's got some whoppers, I'll tell you that.
So conversely, what's the worst
advice
you ever had?
See, that's a hard one.
I think the best advice I ever had, and it's not really advice, but it was just a statement. And it was from my brother who passed away in 2013. And he gave me this advice right after he threw me through a wall for doing really stupid shit back in 2000.
You deserved it.
2004 timeframe. I did deserve it. And he says, I'm not angry because what you're doing. I'm angry because you're not being the best version of you can be.
Damn.
And that is something that to this day sticks with me and especially now that he's passed away, and I've always held him in such high esteem, and it's been 8 years since he passed.
Have I brought up on the show what your dad told me?
No.
I haven't?
No.
So JD's dad, right after we got engaged, and we went and had dinner with them and told them and everything with his parents. I was on the back porch. We were all drinking and everything. Well, JD went inside to go get a drink. So it was just him and my dad, or me and his dad. And he said, my son is giving you the most important thing. And I said, his heart? And he goes, no, my last name. You do it right or you answer to me. And I was like, oh shit.
And
his
my dad was 63 when he passed away, and literally, I shit you not, to the day he died, I was scared to death of the guy. We slap boxed like 2
He's
weeks before he died.
tall,
And he was still fucking me up.
muscular, like quiet. But man, when he said that, I felt it to my bones. That was bone chilling.
Let's see. Gene says for his best advice, his grandmother said to him when he joined the Air Force, only follow the people who are better than you.
Hey.
Oh, that's
really cool.
And that's something that another piece of advice, and I actually read, I can't remember which book I've read this in. It's probably been several books I've read, but it's never be the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong place.
Damn it, I have to change jobs. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Greg
I love
Buddha,
my coworker.
Says in business, the best advice he has is protect your capital. And the worst advice was, trust me, I'm a lawyer. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Shit.
Let's see here. Rich says the best advice he ever got was, just because you're a Marine, you don't have to eat crayons.
Aww.
That's such shitty advice.
Wait. Did you say the worst was blue crayons taste like snozberries?
Yeah, and Rich says the worst was blue crayons. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Oh my god.
Dolfo says only idiots remember stuff that's written down.
Oh, I have a photographic memory, asshole.
No.
I'm kidding.
I think I've kind of reading between the lines. I believe what he's trying to say there, what that alludes to, is why try to memorize something when you have access to it elsewhere, especially.
What? That's what you took from that?
Yeah, like so. It was like when I was engineering. Why am I going to memorize everything and probably screw something up if I had something in my pocket to refer to?
Got
so
it.
yeah, you try to remember what you can, but don't kill yourself if you have easy access to. I'm assuming that's what it's talking about. That's the way I took it.
All right, let's
moving
see.
on to Jax. What's Jax?
Jax said best advice. Vulnerable and transparent is the strongest thing you'll ever be. Sorry, I've got the camera right in the center. That's why I keep telling JD to read this stuff, because I'm having to like dodge and weave and bob, and I don't know.
That's a pretty bold statement.
That is pretty good.
Let's see. Jeff says
Best.
the best, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. The worst is cats make great pets.
Oh, yeah, mine
Cats are assholes.
I was literally verbally harassed by 3 cats as soon as I walked in the damn door. And JD's like, yeah, they've been bitching all day. Well, yeah, their food is empty. Feed the damn things. Oh, there goes one.
Yeah, our fucking cats use a doggy door. And those sons of they love me. They obviously love me because they bring me fucking birds.
Yeah.
And they bring me fucking cicadas. And
The
if you don't know what a cicada is, if you're not from the South, the cicada is this, it's an insect, and it takes, I think, 7 years or 17 years for it to grow underground before it finally comes up. It sheds its skin, it fucks, and it dies. But they sit there and they just make this noise. It's like deafening when you have thousands of them in the trees and the grass. So they bring those inside, and you just say, when it's fucking annoying. But the cats love me, I guess, because they keep bringing me.
Spent their whole life fucking. I mean, it's admirable.
No, they spend the first 17 years of their life sleeping. They're wake
growing.
up, they undress, they fuck, they die.
Again.
Kind of jealous.
I want to emerge from my chrysalis banging.
Hilton says we have them up north too. Well, North Texas doesn't count.
Still Texas.
But so let's see. I never said what my worst advice.
I haven't. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like there's some things that come into mind, but nothing that I was like, ooh, that was pretty bad.
I think the worst advice I ever got, and this happened more than once, and I fell for it a lot when I was younger, is hey man, what's the worst that can happen? That got me in trouble more times than I care to admit. Hey, what's the worst that can happen?
I don't know. There was definitely times where I like confided in people that I shouldn't have. So I'm sure they're like, trust me. No. And people wonder why people have trust issues for assholes like you who can't be trusted. I don't know though. Like, I don't know my worst like advice I ever got. Well, I know one that I was thinking about, which is kind of funny. That my parents told me, leave him.
Yeah, she's talking about me. Yeah. So apparently they have cicadas in Pennsylvania and Jersey as well. I didn't know that they were that. I thought it was a southern thing. So
I
thank
did
you for
too.
educating me on
I
that.
did too.
I was
Locusts are everywhere.
yeah.
Hold my beer and watch the. Oh, I'm not supposed to read yours because you haven't gone to
So,
StreamYard.com/Facebook and given us permission to use your name.
So yeah, do that.
I almost read it. I almost put it on the screen. You bastard. You did that on purpose.
That was actually a pretty good one. That was actually suggested by your parents, that topic.
What?
The best and worst advice.
Oh. And I brought up the fact that they were like, JD knows you didn't like him at first. He was tattooed. Pierce didn't have a job. He didn't have any future. So he understands. As a parent, especially now, I think we both understand where you were coming from.
Okay, whoever Facebook user is says don't use my name. So there's probably a reason that they're staying anonymous. So I will
okay.
I'll respect that because there's probably a reason behind it.
Thank you.
So I will respect that. Facebook user,
well,
just
let's call you something.
I'm gonna call you
Uzu. I don't know.
I don't know, just why?
Mr. Snufflebottoms. Thank
Okay,
you,
so-
Mr.
so, yeah.
Snufflebottoms. For
Facebook user, if you want us to refer to any of your comments from here on out, type in Mr. Snugglebottoms or
Snufflebottoms.
Mr. Snufflebottoms colon and then your comment. And then that
Mr.
way we can refer to you as
Thank you.
Mr. Snufflebottoms.
Mr. Snufflebottoms.
No worst advice. Rich says, I'm the government. I'm here to help.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, if you put the government in charge of the Sahara Desert, there'd be a sand shortage in 3 years.
Yeah. Don't worry, they're free. Are they though?
Yeah. Tinstoffel. Actually, that's another great piece of advice. It was 8th grade history class I was in, and my history teacher was a retired Marine Harrier pilot. You know, the Harriers, they're the ones that could take off and land vertically.
Oh,
Cool shit.
yeah. Those are awesome.
But he was a retired Marine pilot. Started teaching history. I think I was in his first year of teaching, second year, something like that. But we walked in class one day and you just see Tinstoffel written across the blackboard, giant letters, took up the whole blackboard or chalkboard. I don't know. It's not offensive anymore. But Tinstoffel. I'm like, what the fuck is Tinstoffel? And it was there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Got it.
And he went into depth. He spent the entire class talking about how if you're getting something for free, how it costs this person. If they got it for free, how it costs this person. If it wasn't financially, it was in materials, time, effort, anything like that. So there's no such thing as free lunch.
Jack said, second best advice, a big difference between hardcore and stupid.
No, there's not. Everything I do is hardcore
there,
stupid, generally speaking.
Just because they meld doesn't mean they're not two different things.
They're two in the same.
Are they? What are you eating?
Salt.
Oh my God, man.
So,
You're going to have such high blood pressure.
I'm going to bring on the last Facebook suggested topic. And then while we're bringing this up, if you have any topics you want us to talk about and ask other people about, put in the comments so we can keep this shindig a-rolling. So Jeff asked, places you've taken a flask that you probably shouldn't have or seen somebody with.
I mean, am I the only one who takes alcohol into a movie theater?
Yeah, so I'm gonna
I get their soda. I mix it with my.
Yeah, I'm gonna amend the word flask with just alcohol in general. A hidden alcohol, regardless the container, the vessel.
Is that Jeff that put that?
Yes, that was Jeff.
Because he had that story of the guy in church who like held a flask in his hat, took his hat off during church, put the hat in front of his face, took a swig, put it back in his hat, put his hat back on. And I thought, oh, he's probably Catholic.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Tell that story. I need to take notes on this.
Our church. I don't know if our church would care. Our church is pretty lax, so they'd be like, "Welcome, take your flask and go to a chair."
Oh Jesus!
Care. What?
Hilton, who was in the Air Force with me, he was a canine handler. He said in guard mount.
Someone took alcohol at guard mount.
So guard mount is pretty much like your pre-shift briefing. Okay, this is where you're assigned to. This is what we can expect tonight. Just letting everybody know what's going on, asking if there's any questions, make sure everybody's in good health. checking our fucking boots and making sure that we shaved properly and all that other horse shit that they did with open ranks. But
Look,
so somebody was drinking in guard mount. Oh, we've got to touch base offline. I want to hear this story.
so Jax, I don't think that's a bad place. Like, hey, I personally feel offended by that one movie theater. So I've seen alcohol at funerals.
So yeah, Jack says
I think that's pretty
the
normal.
bar, the movie theater, the funeral, and so much more. I have taken alcohol to all 4 of those.
Pretty sure half of our wedding party were drinking during the wedding. Like, I think weddings are normal. Funerals, I think it's normal. Let's see. Casey, I used to always have Crown in my Sonic Cup senior year.
Oh my God. So my first vehicle I ever had, and my mom, when she hears the story, she's going to straight up kick my ass. My first car I ever had was a 1979 Oldsmobile Delta 88. It was a gigantic box with wheels. And at one point it had that vinyl roof and everything.
Yeah.
And I ended up ripping that off because there was a hole in it that started rusting out. So the top half of the car was just primer gray. The rest of it was piss yellow. Well, I ended up changing the windshield washer reservoir out with a brand new one. And instead of hooking the hose back up for the windshield wiper washers, I ran a hose in through the ashtray. So this is back when cars had ashtrays. So you could pull the ashtray all the way out. I ran a hose in, and it was like that thick aquarium hosing. That tubing.
So when you
I would
activated the washer blades,
nothing happened because it would go through that, and I would fill it with Jim Beam or whatever whiskey I had. I put in the windshield wiper reservoir, and then I would go to Sonic or Stars.
So you would activate the washer fluid, the wiper washer stuff, and it would shoot alcohol into your beverage.
Yes. And that's why
I slept with him. This guy is creative. He's got skills.
It's a blessing and a curse.
I'm like,
so yeah, that's definitely somewhere alcohol. I do not condone this. You should never drink and drive. I was always parked and at my destination whenever this happened.
While instructor, not SP, by the way, he said.
Oh, while an instructor. So that's a good one. I don't know. I've had to drink when teaching people before.
What? Masterson says mandatory AA meeting I had to go to in order to be the JAG judge at camp. What?
Lejeune. So mandatory AA meeting that he had to go
to a mandatory AA meeting.
I drank after a bunch of AA meetings plenty of times.
Awesome.
Because those, if AA works for you, I'm definitely not gonna knock it. But for me, it just made me want to drink more. I couldn't.
You're like, they make this sound fun. I should throw my life away. We took a bottle of Jack D in school and was baking it for sweet tea until the science teacher wanted a glass.
I can't on the air talk about stuff that I did to one of my science teachers.
No, we are not going to teach. No. Mm-mm. So we do have a new topic from Mr. Snufflebottoms.
Oh, what is it? What is his?
Mr. Snufflebottom said, new topic. Who would you freak out seeing at a porn movie? At a porn movie, like a viewing or in a porn movie? Because I would freak out if I was at a porn movie.
Yeah. Mr. Snufflebottom, are you talking about like actually going to like a porn theater?
Because...
Or like, are you talking about like you're just scrolling through your favorite porno site and you happen to see somebody in a film?
Because Mr. Snufflebottom, we don't go to porn movies.
Does anybody
like in
use
theaters.
The term film anymore? Or is it just us old fucks?
Do you want me to answer that? Give me another margarita. I'll tell you the
truth. Don't be honest. For the love of God, don't be honest.
Don't ask. Who would I? Okay, so Mr. Snufflebottoms, answer our question because I need to know.
He probably answered. There's just a delay on.
Got it.
There's a good like 2-minute delay or something.
Jeff has already answered. Oopsie daisy. Uh-oh. If you're at a porn movie and look around.
Okay.
Okay. At a porn movie and I look around.
My pastor.
Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad. Any family member. I don't care who it is. Yuck.
Yeah, that's just bad. Be disturbing.
My boss. Never be able to look him in the eye again. I'll tell you that.
I have to look my boss in the eye.
Honestly,
every day.
I honestly think it would be awkward no matter who I knew and I saw them in a porn theater. I don't care who it is. I think it would be weird.
Yeah, you know, even take
friends.
away the just taboo of being at a place like that alone. Like,
Just knowing I'm getting my rocks off.
Yeah, just-
and I
just
look
somebody,
around and
like,
I'm like,
looking at
oh,
you."
hello, Steve. Hello, Barbara. Like, that would be fucking weird. I don't care who it is.
hey, eyes on your own work there, bud.
No cheating. Pee Wee Herman at a porn movie. I'm out. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman Paul Rubens got made fun of so much for doing that, but in all honesty, he was doing the same thing millions and millions of other people have done.
Yeah.
And even in theaters.
I'm going back to...
Just, he was famous. That's the only difference.
You know what? There's a few people that I can think of off the top of my head, like celebrities that would be weird. Like you see Gary Busey with his big teeth, like... Or like Gilbert Gottfried and his annoying voice. Oh my God, I'm coming. Like, I don't know. There's so many like...
Oh my God! We both can't do Gilbert Gottfried at all. He is.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do Arnold Schwarzenegger coming.
Do it now. Oh. Come in the chopper.
Only what I could do is like Yoda.
Do it.
Come, I came. I don't know. Like, it's so weird.
Come, I came.
No. Finger. Like, now I'm
Yeah,
like,
we have officially jumped this
backwards is
fucking train from the
hard.
tracks.
Thinking it backwards is so hard. Doing the voice not so bad. Thinking it backwards is hard.
I wish I could do
Ass
impressions.
my finger has in it. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's so hard. So fucking hard.
Let's change it up a little. Okay,
Wait, did he said alive or dead? Oh my God, Jax.
I'm thinking any dead body in a porn
Wait a
theater would
minute.
freak me out.
Jax, me again. If you find a dead person in a porn theater, you still have to report it. Just do it anonymously.
Yeah. Do it from a payphone.
Mr. Rogers is dead. Oh my God. Okay, look, I don't
Well, it'd be a beautiful day in his neighborhood. That was a shitty pun. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
that I
I'm
put
trying to
y'all through
read
that.
this. Okay, I might have to put it up there.
Yeah, put it up there. Let's see.
All right, you're gonna have to read it. I'm
So Hilton says, one of my dog training clients I trained several dogs for shows up to get her dog wearing a Pornhub varsity jacket. So the dog was wearing the Pornhub jacket or the client?
I read
And
it
then
as the dog.
My oldest boy, 22 years old, has her video pulled up and was like, "Holy shit, Dad." The wife then announced, "You are never doing another home appointment again." Holy crap.
Oh.
So what you should have asked her, because we've all seen this meme go around. Did she actually get paid $36,000 by Pornhub by submitting a video? Because we've all seen that meme.
I hadn't, but
No,
now I know how to make 36 grand. Thanks, babe.
Yeah, because there's the meme. It's been passed around for a couple of years. Like,
Thanks, babe.
yeah.
Well, what about those people that are making millions off of OnlyFans? So they even call themselves sex workers. Well, good for you. I
couldn't do an
guess.
OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see a 40-something-year-old balding beer-gutted dude barely get his wiener past his zipper and try to jerk it without getting a hard on.
Actually, baby, there is a very specific fetish group specifically for that, and it's right here.
Oh, so exactly what I was going to say is they're brokes.
Yeah, I'd be like, I subscribe to OnlyFans. JD's on there.
And this is why y'all tune in.
And all of his friends are joining. They all got the same bod. It's awesome.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's just...
Jax, alive. Tom Hanks. Look, there's some shit going on around about Tom Hanks and being involved in the whole Epstein thing and going to his islands. So...
Yeah, the fact that he denounced his American citizenship and went
right
to
after
Greek,
he was accused,
and he didn't
just saying he's probably
he
guilty.
didn't deny any of it. I'm sorry, I don't care what position you're in or what kind of wealth you have. If somebody accuses you of pedophilia in
and
any,
you're not completely outraged,
Yeah, and
something
you're
is
not-
wrong with you.
yeah, you're not doing an immediate like fuck you. That's no. Then yeah, something's up. It just, I found it very disheartening.
Okay, no.
Yeah, no feet pics.
No,
Jax.
no feet
That
pics.
just makes me.
JD will puke.
Yeah, I will.
He will puke.
Feet are no go.
He will
completely.
legitimately puke. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he almost torched the first time he saw, oh man, Beer Fest, where he's licking mustard off of her feet in this sex scene. And now you can just see JD kind of he closes his eyes and shakes his head because he knows it's happening, but doesn't want to watch it. It's really funny to watch him. So I like watching him during that part. I'm like eating popcorn, watching JD physically cringe. It's awesome. Well, then why'd you bring it up? Damn, Jack.
Gross.
I was like, what, you don't like mustard? I'm just kidding.
Okay, so going back to the movies, what's the weirdest thing you've seen somebody take into a movie theater outside of alcohol and obviously like people sneaking in candy and shit like that?
And people getting blowjobs and stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Handies, totally get that. Blowjobs, real obvious. And I'm really jealous I can never get away with that. I mean, I'm a short person. I mean, it should be easy.
It's a lot harder to get away with that nowadays than it used to be.
Really?
More technology. They know where to look.
Yeah, damn it. And they're always sneaking in there and like checking, like,
sons of bitches.
Until JD like cuts a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket. He's like, you want some popcorn? And I'm like, it's empty. He's like, no, it's not.
I actually saw a family bring in full on Sonic meals.
I was about to say, we saw the guys in front of us at the Star Wars movie had sushi hidden in Victoria's Secret bags. And that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. And then he goes, so we're like, did you really fucking bring sushi in here? And they're like, they're not going to check a Victoria's Secret bag. So they were like totally wise to it. And then he's like, yeah, my name's so-and-so. This is my partner, so-and-so. And I was like, oh, well, that explains the Victoria's Secret bag. He goes, I meant business partner. I did not mean sexual partner. And I was like, oh, because I'm not judging, man. You do you. You do you.
Now, mind you, though, so everybody knows, the only reason there would even be a Victoria's Secret bag near this theater is it was the IMAX theater in the San Antonio Riverwalk Mall.
Yeah.
So it's common for people.
It was clever.
And this was back in the day when you were allowed to carry bags in places without everybody getting all fucking butthurt.
Yeah.
Couldn't even
really
carry.
Clever.
My mom couldn't even bring her purse into my son's football game today.
We couldn't bring fake lightsabers into the Star Wars movie. It's a weapon. We had to turn it in and then pick it up at the end. We're like, are you serious? A lightsaber? A plastic lightsaber? Okay.
No, but when I saw the family with the Sonic, they actually had the foot-long chili cheese conies. So like seeing that shit come out, it was like fucking Mary
awesome.
Poppins bag. And
oh my God. So JD's sister and I went to go watch a movie. Her daughter could drive. Yay. So we're like, awesome, let's go watch a movie together. And it was Bad Moms. We went and saw Bad Moms and we snuck in bottles of wine in our purse. Not like bottles. And then after the bottles were empty, she had little cartons of Chardonnay as well. Cartons of wine. Yeah, it was real classy. So we finished off the bottles of wine and then drank the cartons of wine. And I'm really grateful we had a DD.
But did you have rosé in a can?
No, I wasn't classy as fuck like that.
See, Jeff says, who's seen Rocky Horror Picture Show live?
I want to.
As in with actors.
I want to.
He said he had full bags of shit, but it was part of the shtick.
Yeah.
I've only seen Rocky Horror Picture Show one time.
Abomination.
That was to appease that one.
I love it.
I couldn't.
Who doesn't know the Time Warp song? Like the Time Warp dance. Come on now.
This guy.
You are sheltered.
I tried.
Communist.
I really tried. There were parts of it I liked. Don't get me wrong. There were parts of it I liked.
He
but
liked
this
the Meatloaf
overall,
part, and he was
I hated the
died.
fact that they killed fucking Meatloaf that early and that he died so quickly because Meatloaf's a fucking rad motherfucker. And that's bullshit.
You're the only guy who's like, I'm
standing up for Meatloaf.
My takeaway is not Tim Curry and lingerie. My takeaway is that Meatloaf died too quickly. Who the fuck says that? Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
It is a cult classic. I freaking love it to my core. And I want to do the interactive theater with it someday, sometime before I die or my body gets too old where I can't put it in this outfit that Tim Curry wears. I am going to the interactive theater at some point in my life for Rocky Horror Picture Show. Have to. It's on my bucket list.
See, Jax asks, what is the best cult classic? And for me, I don't know if I can nail it down to just one. Like I could probably give you like a top 3 or top 5 list, but Evil Dead is definitely on there. But the whole Evil Dead series, I wouldn't be able to just say it's just one or just Army of Darkness, like any of those for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Of course, you know, the early Tarantino stuff falls into that. Reservoir Dogs.
Fucking hate Quentin Tarantino. Hate him.
But you like Reservoir Dogs.
I do like Reservoir Dogs. And I like 4 Rooms, in which he was in. But did he do Django Unchained?
Yes.
I actually do like that one. So I do like some Quentin Tarantino, but overall I don't like
And
Quentin
Jax, Clerks. Almost all of Kevin Smith's early stuff.
Anything by Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Rich Masterson says
Young
Blazing Saddles.
Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, you name it. If it's Mel Brooks, I'm in.
Except I didn't like High Anxiety. I think that was one of the only ones of his.
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite.
I think it was a little too highbrow for me. You know, I'm just not smart enough or intelligent enough to get a lot of the humor for that one. All the rest of his movies have stupid humor.
History of the World Part 1, even though there was never a Part 2. Love it.
Both Rich and Hilton say Boondock Saints.
A good one.
And I'll even go out on a limb. I liked Boondock Saints too. I know a lot of people didn't. I liked it. It was a lot more funny and a lot more just shticky than the first one.
Shticky. It's like when JD and I go to our bedroom for 30 minutes, come out, we're all shticky.
Mr. Snufflebottom says Airplane.
Oh, the Airplane movie. I love it. I actually just introduced my kids to it. Hilarious.
Let's see. Jeff says Fast Times.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Jeff, if you're here and I am here, does that make it our show? Little Fast Times humor. Okay. Nobody. How about this?
Swing and a miss.
I'll use the laugh track.
Naked Gun. Good one, Masterson. That's a good one.
Patrick said The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski, man, I've watched it a few times, and I know it has a huge following, and I love certain parts of the movie, but it was, I don't know. I can't watch it cultishly.
They love Clerks.
Jax, Clerks was...
Look, I'm not a big Clerks person, I'll be honest. I'm not. And even like, there's a lot from the Kevin Smith thing, like what is it, Chasing Amy or all of those. But it wasn't from
Clerks,
my generation.
Mallrats, Chasing Amy,
but it wasn't
Dogma,
from my generation. So
all of them.
I don't really have a great affinity for them. I'll watch them, but I don't really.
The whole Kevin Smith verse.
I'm not in it. I'll be honest. I'm not in it. And you know what? Masterson brought up A Clockwork Orange. I have not seen that. Have you seen that?
I've seen it. I think I've seen it like twice. And
what's the one about the band? Like it's a made-up rock band.
This is Spinal Tap.
Yes, I want to see that one too because there's a huge following with that.
We'll watch it tonight.
A lot of people think it's hilarious. Really?
Yeah. Oh, and it has a lot of the really stupid humor that you like.
No, we gotta go to the gym in the morning, dude. No.
Well, I'm gonna be up late working anyways.
No, you are not.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Seriously. Well, I'm going to the gym in the morning.
I'm going to the gym too. So Hilton says Porky's. Jax, yes, even as a cult classic. Yes, we love Clerks. Let's see what else.
Okay, this is a little more recent, but like the brown coat generation, the brown coat group from like Serenity and Firefly, that has a huge following, and we're definitely brown coats and stuff.
Fuck you, Fox Network, for cutting that before its time.
And that's a little like off the beaten path. Not a lot of people know about that, but when they know about it, they're fans of it. You know, I've never met someone who's like, it wasn't that good. Are you fucking crazy? It's awesome.
Or how about the old 80s horror flicks, The Ghoulies? Oh.
How about Willow?
I'm really going to age myself on this one, but actually having somebody that was 18 or older go to the video rental place where they had the the swinging doors where you had to be 18 or older to go to, and having them rent Faces of Death. And that was just a 2-hour movie of stock footage of people actually
yes,
dying.
Masterston, we agree. Goonies, absolutely. Jax, Gremlins, totally agree. Yep.
Oh yeah, the Goonies.
Big Trouble, Little China, Masterson. Oh, Kurt Russell.
Man, I think there's so many cult movies.
There's so many, yeah.
But I think there's just so many different variations of personality types, even just locally, that you can go on for days and days and days talking about different cult classics, because I think in some way, shape, or form, every movie has some kind of a cult following, even if it's just.
And Masterson says he has seen Faces of Death movies like you. And then Jack said, oh shit, old school Faces of Death.
Yeah, that stuff was.
No, I'm good. I see enough death.
That's how I saw my first dead body was on that. And I was like 10 years old or something.
Patrick said, Gremlins, Christmas movie, yes or no? Yes, it is Christmas.
Yes, movie. It is a Christmas movie. Mr. Snufflebottom says the Kevin Bacon one. Are you talking about
Footloose?
Tremors.
Or Tremors. I love
Tremors.
I do love Tremors.
Fuck you. Best line of the movie.
She will have long blonde hair.
Blue eyes.
Something, and legs that go all the way up. Mm-hmm.
Rich says that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and I agree 100%.
I disagree. I do not think Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
All right, change of subject.
And that is a political statement. And we have gotten into arguments in this house about it. It is not a Christmas movie.
So we're going to change the subject here, if my mouse will work, and we're going to go forward. And shittiest song ever. Pontoon.
Really?
Pontoon. Oh my God. That goddamn song makes me want to start a pistol.
Oh my God.
That makes me want to start somebody else's pistol. Like, oh my God.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it by Beyonce. It is annoying as balls to me. And every time it comes on, I'm like, oh my God. I just don't like her voice. I don't like her. I don't like Beyonce. Okay. Unpopular opinion. Don't fucking like her.
No, that's pretty popular amongst normal people.
No, it's really not. You'd be
As I said, amongst normal people. Jeff says Bop by Hanson, who are on tour again, if you are curious.
You know, one of the Hanson brothers has like 7 kids.
Jesus.
Yeah, someone let him inside of them 7 times. It's awesome.
Well, let's say if there are any twins in that.
No.
Group? Oh.
7 children, 7 pregnancies, I believe.
Let's see. That Earl song by the Chicks. The Earl song was good when it first came out, and before they got all political, it was cool. It had a unique sound and everything, so I'll give it. It's
I'm like trying to think.
Somewhat just due, as much as I hate doing so because I can't stand them broads. Jack says some shitty new song called Fancy Like. I haven't heard it because I've reached the age at which I quit listening to the radio because all new music sucks. There's just no soul in it anymore.
I'm like trying to think of like a song that really annoys me. You know what I mean?
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Look, I like Beastie Boys. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I do not like You've Got to Fight for Your Right to Party. Don't like it. Never did. Never will. Anything by Foo Fighter or not Foo Fighters.
You hate anything about Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's, hate it. Hate it. Oh my God, obnoxious.
And what's so weird is I actually like Chili Peppers more now than I did when they were actually putting the music out.
Jeff says anything by Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan, that fucking. Oh my God.
Mr. Snufflebottoms does not like rap.
Let's see here.
A spirit animal. No, why? Because I don't like you. You got to fight for your right to party. I'm so sorry. I like Beastie Boys. Or are you talking about the fact that I don't like?
I think that the
I don't like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I think that You Got to Fight for Your Right to Party lost all of its cool when John Travolta sang it in Look Who's Talking about You got to fight for your right to potty with the baby.
Oh my God, he did.
And that just ruined that song.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. You fucking sellouts. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll totally sell out for the right amount of money, but you fucking sellouts.
They sold out to Travolta. And this is like pre-action movie Travolta. Travolta at this point hadn't even done a single
He
action
had a
flick
mullet.
yet.
For crying out loud. You sold out to mullet.
Yeah, because
Travolta.
it was Saturday Night Fever was his last movie before Look Who's Talking. Because there was like half a decade that he wasn't on the silver
No,
screen.
He was. I can't think of him now because it's not like I'm a Travolta
And then
connoisseur.
And then Tarantino single-handedly salvaged and boosted his career by having him in Pulp Fiction, the cult classic.
Unpopular opinion. I don't like Pulp Fiction. I know. Sorry, Jax. You're probably gonna be pissed off
You're
at that
sleeping on
too.
the couch tonight.
I don't care. No, I'm not sleeping on the couch. No fucking way. That's my bed. If anyone's sleeping on the couch, it's the person who owns the least amount of real estate on that bed. That would be you.
That's bullshit.
It's true,
So,
though.
for any of you that are not married yet, when you get married, you're going to understand that, okay, on a mattress, you got the top and you have the sides, and you have that little tube of seam that goes along the side.
You're so true.
Once you're married, that little tube on the side is the only real estate that the man has to sleep on. And if you don't have the balance to stay there, you're sleeping on the fucking floor.
I have made it very clear. You can use as much of the bed as you want as long as you're inside of me. After that, you can get the fuck off.
Well, when I'm inside of you, I'm getting the fuck off.
You didn't say we, and that's really sad. Okay, that's
Don't worry.
real
Next
sad.
time I'll get mine again.
I owe you 7. Damn it. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right.
But we need to start winding this shit show down. We're looking at right out at a little over an hour going here. We both have to get up early to get in the gym, and it's harder and harder to do every Wednesday after we drink. So I'm calling it an early night.
We have a king size mattress.
Yeah, we have a king size. I'm still fucked. But thank you all for showing up. Make sure that you share the videos. Make sure you go to YouTube, Southpaw's Tales from the Barstool. You subscribe to us. Smash that subscribe button, y'all. We will see you next week with an unforeseen guest. We've been so damn busy. It's been so hard to plan. Lots of moving parts in real life. So it's been very difficult for us to get ahead of the game recently. But thank you all again for showing up. Make sure you invite your friends to the Facebook page. Start sharing some more memes. Start stealing our memes. Y'all have a good night.
Invite your friends. Tell them to accept the rules. So, yeah.
Yep, and if you're out drinking, make sure you get a sober driver. You sober up before you get home. You call an Uber, taxi, something like that. Please be safe. I want you here next week as well, so don't do anything stupid. We love you.
We love you.
We love you. Yeah.
Olive juice you too, baby. Olive juice you too.
So y'all have a great night. We will see you same drunk time, same drunk channel next week. Y'all take care.
All right. Bye, y'all.